Hello and welcome guys, welcome to my ride. Today we're going to talk about if it is a good idea to buy a 1000cc bike as your first one. In the first moment, I would say it sounds like a pretty bad idea, but let's break it down. The first question we have to ask is why would you want a 1000cc bike? Because bigger is better? I can tell you this is not the case in every part of your life, especially not on a motorcycle. But there are also several other reasons, like you want to have enough horsepower for the future. It is simply your dream bike. Or you don't want to upgrade your bike several times, including losing money for every sale. Those are all good reasons for getting a 1000cc right from the start. But I would really encourage you to think about the following things. Which kind of personality do you have? Do you have to be first launching away from the traffic lights? Do you like to do wheelies and be the fastest guy in a group ride? Maybe then you should start with lower cc, because you may encounter some situations where a much cc can be really dangerous for you. Another question is, how much experience in traffic do you already have? Can you already maneuver a car in traffic without thinking about it too much? This should be a requirement if you plan to get such a big bike, so you can shift the majority of your focus on controlling the bike. Another question is, are you a talented person? How do I mean that? When you've made your driving license, you should be able to decide if it is easy for you to learn to ride or if you have some problems learning it. When you're insecure, even in low cc bikes, then you should not try to get a bigger one because it only gets harder. Take your time, grab a lighter bike with lower cc and take it easy. There is enough time in your riding career to progress slowly through the low and mid cc categories. And when you thought about everything, I can tell you, yes, you're ready for a liter bike. Or maybe not. You have to know that there are several risks starting with a 1000cc bike, which I want to tell you now. The throttle on such big bikes is extremely responsive. If you turn it, the rear wheel instantly starts turning like a madman. So you have to be really careful even in high-stress situations. Liter bikes are also really heavy most of the time, so they are significantly harder to pick up than lower cc ones. So if you have to learn how to corner, or maybe you drop your bike at the traffic lights, and yes, this still happens to many people, especially at the start, then you will have a much harder time with a heavier bike. And now, if you came to the conclusion that a 1000cc bike is the right one for you, then I got good news for you. Suzuki just released a new Hayabusa last year. But let's get serious again. Just think about the reasons I have mentioned before and maybe get a lower cc one as your first. Then ride it for a year and you can go for whatever you want then. And no matter which bike you got, have fun riding. I'll see you at the next video. Goodbye.